We all love to shop. Once in a while, we go to a shopping mall and we see some things that we like. But we look at the price and we're like, nah, too much. I know a website where I can get it for way, way cheaper. And that is none other than Vinted. Now, some of you may not know what Vinted is. Some of you may know what Vinted is. I'm pretty sure it's an international thing, I'm going to assume. And if you don't know what Vinted is, well, it is the best market for brand new clothing and also secondhand clothing. Pretty much giving clothing that has never been worn or has only been worn once or multiple times a new chance. It saves a lot of CO2 by the production of new clothing, and you can make a little bit of money as a side hustle. So I've been using Vinted for quite a while now. My mom actually brought me onto Vinted. I was first very skeptical about it because, well, the truth is, it is a bit of an odd thing to do, right? You see a shirt from Nike, $50 in the store, and you can get it for 20, 25 on Vinted. Well, that is often because of the fact that, well, people buy something and they wear it once and they're like, I don't want it no more. But the truth is, you must most of the time have a 14-day or 30-day policy, and we often don't take the receipt with. You go back to the store, you can't get your money back. So what is a good solution to get rid of it and still make a bit of money on it? Pop it up on Vinted. Now, I've personally never sold till this day anything on Vinted. I don't sell anything on Vinted because of the fact that, well, I like to purchase stuff on Vinted. And most of the things that I've bought, I can easily resell for an insane amount. This, for instance, is a Massimo Dutti sweater, vest, whatever you call. I don't know what it's called, but it's a zipper up hoodie, whatever. This is originally €65 if you go into Massimo Dutti itself. I negotiated this for $42. Save me a bit of money. And that's the funny thing. Whenever I go into a store, specifically Massimo Dutti, it is without a doubt my favorite brand for this year and last year. I look at the stuff and I'm like, okay, this polo is $40. Guarantee you I can get this exact same polo for $8 or $10. And you know it's going to sound weird, but I don't give a flying fuck if something's been worn once or twice or a few times. I don't care. I look at, okay, what's the condition like? What color is it? This, for instance, if it has a stain on it, all right, cool, whatever. I ain't going to trip about it because I know for a fact, even if I buy this brand new, I'm going to fuck this sweater up regardless. It's going to have a stain on it. It's going to have this and that. So why not grow up? Take away from the fact that, oh man, someone's used it. Hey, we got cleaners for that. We've got dryers for that. We've got scented smells for our clothing. And that's the thing about Vinted that I personally like a lot is you buy what you like. Now, I will have to say one thing that you've got to be very careful about when you go on Vinted is there are people that sell fakes. And there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. But what pisses me off the most about those who sell fakes on Vinted claim it to be real. For instance, I saw an Amiri t-shirt for $25 and I automatically knew this is fake. But I still decided, you know what, I'm going to test this seller and see what their response is. So I was like, hey, I have a question. Is this one-on-one or is this authentic? It's authentic. So I'm like, what the fuck are you lying to me, bro? No real genuine Amiri t-shirt is $25. Impossible. And he said, no, bro, it's from the same factory. I said, there you go. Just admit that it's not genuine and don't lie. So if you do go on Vinted, be careful to not get scammed. And for some people, they don't give a damn if it's fake. I don't care, especially when it comes to Under Armour or Nike. I buy those brands to go to the gym. I don't give a damn if it's $30 and it's fake. But the nice thing about Vinted is a lot of the clothing on there you can also authenticate. Let's say, for instance, right, you know the Dior jacket with the crazy Dior logo. That's like $2,000 brand new. You can get those same jackets for like $800 to $1,000. Still a lot of fucking money for a jacket. I'd personally never put that much money down on a jacket. Again, just my opinion. But if you've been wanting that jacket for a long time, you can get them super good condition on Vinted for half the price, sometimes even more than half the price. And it makes you really wonder, why not go and buy something and give it a brand new life? There are so many people in this world that bitch and moan and say, secondhand clothing, ugh, yuck. And I'll be very honest and admit, I was just like that in the beginning, like, secondhand clothing, nah, I'm not really too sure about it. But then my mom put me on it and I was like, yo, she actually makes a very valid point. The same shoes that I'm seeing on Vinted were $600 in the store. They're $170 in the app because of the fact that it's been worn once or twice. And that's the fantastic thing and bizarre thing. It's like buying a car, right? You buy a $60,000 car, you drive it off the lot. It loses a couple K already. It's automatically secondhand. And fun fact, all the clothing, and I mean all the clothing pretty much in the store that you see is secondhand due to the fact that multiple people have tried it on. Do you really believe that Moncler jacket that you're wearing right now, you brought out of Moncler straight, is brand new? No. There were highly likely people before you that tested those jackets out, zipping up, feeling the fabric. So technically, you're buying secondhand clothing for the brand new price. Do you understand what I'm sort of referring to? Now, yes, obviously, Vinted has also got negative reviews. And, unfortunately, the truth is you have lazy sellers on Vinted as well. I've unfortunately experienced it as well, that I wanted a piece, which was a collection piece, Bathing Ape. I don't wear Bathing Ape, but I've always, as a kid, wanted to wear Bathing Ape. But I never had the money for it, because Bathing Ape was fucking expensive in 2016, 2017, with the whole hype beast thing going on, with the Yeezys. Man, if you had Yeezys, you had a Bape trousers, you had an Off-White tee or Supreme, you were the shit back in the time. Nowadays, well, respectfully, it's kind of corny and it's very outdated, but hey, I love myself a Supreme t-shirt once in a while. I got a few Supreme pieces, but again, I don't really wear them. I like to collect them, like Off-White, Supreme, those kind of brands, like from years to years ago. I like to collect them and never wear them. I look at them as potential future investments. Some will make money on, some I won't make money on, but hey, that's the risk with buying clothing regardless. What is so fantastic about Vinted is, let's say you buy something from a seller, right? You buy a t-shirt for $20 and that individual doesn't send it to you within a certain amount of time. You get the money refunded and they automatically get a negative review, which is fantastic because that pretty much lets you show like, okay, what are the reviews like? Now, that's one thing I always do before I buy anything on Vinted. I ask them, hey, just a question. Is it a genuine product? If so, do you perhaps have the receipt of you purchasing the product? Do you have the referral number to the product? Do you have this and that? Now, most of the time, when you approach people like that with a normal question, they'll answer you back. Like I said, you have people that in between that also lie about it. And that kind of sucks because if you're not really into fashion, and you like, when I say fashion, I'm talking about high-end fashion, like what I'm wearing right now at the moment, which Moncler Massimo Dutti is a really nice brand. I mean, Moncler, we all know, is not the best quality, unfortunately, nowadays. I will admit that. I have two Moncler jackets, and the one that I bought 3 years ago, till this day, is phenomenal, great quality. The second one that I bought like a month ago for Christmas, I like it because it's low-key, it's got the black rubber logo, but the knope, as you call, what do you call the buttons, are fucking terrible. That's the one thing I don't like about Moncler. You've got some jackets that have the removable buttons, so you can add different designs on. I hate that. And it's actually fallen off the jacket. But anyways, regardless of that, you have to be obviously careful for potential scammers because there are a lot of people that sell fakes on there. And if you're one of those people that like to buy fakes or you can't afford the genuine thing, there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want, do your thing. I ain't gonna blame you for it because yeah, I will be admitting as well. When I look at designers, specifically high-end fashion designer nowadays, what the fuck are you paying the money for? You look at Dior, you look at Chanel, you look at Gucci. What are you really paying for? Is a $1,000 shirt really worth $1,000 because it has some glitter with a double C logo on it? Come on. It really isn't. So at the end of the day, I think those that buy 101s are actually smarter than the ones that buy the genuine out of the store because you're the dumbass spending $1,000 on a shirt when he or she has the exact same t-shirt, exact same material for $200. Now, it's interesting to notice as well and to mention is that some people have made like selling on Vinted a full-time career. And what can start off as a hobby, as a side hobby, as a side hustle can grow into a potential full-blown career. I know, not personally, but there are some people on Instagram that have made it big in the Netherlands just selling off clothes, which is insane to believe. Now, obviously, the question you must always ask yourself, is everything authentic? Well, that's with any reseller / well, it's not really a reseller. It's a website that gives you the chance to buy secondhand clothing. It's to give secondhand clothing chancing as well. And it's honestly, bro, like I said, I've bought a few Massimo Dutti pieces. Insane. I recently bought 2 polos for $5 each. Worn once. No stains, nothing. $30 a pop, brand new in Massimo Dutti. It's those type of things that I'm like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? And what I always do, and this is something I always recommend, don't be afraid to negotiate. I always negotiate. A bit of a dick move in some cases, I under-negotiate, but negotiating and countering often has worked for me. And you should try it as well if you're ever on Vinted. I'm really making it sound as if I'm sponsored or sponsoring Vinted, but I really think Vinted is good. I personally think Vinted is better than Marktplaats. Because the thing is about Vinted is you can get your package or packages shipped directly to your house, costs a little bit more. or you get it shipped to the nearest UPS, DPD, or DHL, and you just pick it up, and it's super easy. Now let me know down in the comments below, do you ever buy secondhand clothing? Do you sell secondhand clothing? I mean, you can make some good money off of secondhand clothing. I personally wouldn't know because I don't use Vinted to sell. I buy stuff on Vinted for my own to wear and to collect. Yeah, it's really weird to say, but like, you be surprised how many fantastic Supreme, Off-White, Fear of God, Essentials, Bathing Ape products you can buy on Vinted. So let me know what you think about it. I hope I was able to help you out with this video. And until next time, adios.